If you're the kind of person who's never been a fan of following strict rules, but you still crave a little adventure in your life, then you're about to meet your new heroes. Because what these rebellious nuns did next is the stuff of legend. Equal parts daring, heartwarming, and just a little bit wild. Imagine this, a group of elderly nuns, once used to the peaceful solitude of their mountaintop convent, now living in a care home. The days are long, the rules are strict, and the sense of freedom they once cherished feels like a distant memory. Every morning they line up for their medication, follow a rigid schedule, and reminisce about the days when the only thing they had to answer to was the sound of the church bell echoing through the mountains. But one frosty dawn, as the first light crept over the snow, these nuns decided they'd had enough. Instead of shuffling to the nurse's station for their morning meds, they quietly packed their bags, just the essentials, a few keepsakes, and maybe a secret stash of cookies, and slipped out the door, hearts pounding with excitement and nerves. Their destination? The wild, breathtaking Alps. It wasn't just a walk in the park. It was more like the world's most wholesome prison break, with snow crunching underfoot and the promise of freedom just over the next ridge. They were headed for an abandoned convent, hidden high among the snow-capped peaks. The place was shrouded in mystery, with more dust than Wi-Fi, and a silence so deep you could almost hear the past whispering through the halls. For these nuns, it wasn't just about escaping rules. It was about reclaiming a piece of their old lives, a place where they felt truly at home, even if it meant braving the unknown. The journey wasn't easy. These ladies trekked for miles through icy woods, their breath visible in the cold air, their laughter echoing between the trees. They slipped, stumbled, and helped each other up, determined to reach their sanctuary. Every step was a reminder that adventure doesn't have an age limit. When they finally arrived, the convent was a fixer-upper in every sense. Peeling paint, creaky floors, and not a single bar of cell service. The wind howled through broken windows, and every corner held a memory waiting to be rediscovered. But instead of turning back, the sisters rolled up their sleeves. They swept out the dust, patched up the leaks, and made the place their own again. There were no modern comforts, but there was plenty of laughter, shared stories, and the warmth of community. They lit candles to chase away the darkness, cooked simple meals over an old stove, and rebuilt their routines from scratch. Every day was a new adventure, and every challenge was met with a sense of humor and determination. They proved that you don't need Wi-Fi, fancy gadgets, or even central heating to feel at home. You just need each other. It didn't take long for word of their escape to spread. News outlets picked up the story. Social media exploded with admiration and debate, and suddenly, these nuns were famous. Some people called them heroes, others called them stubborn, but everyone agreed they were unforgettable. Their story inspired people of all ages. It was a reminder that you're never too old to chase a dream, break a rule, or start a new adventure. Whether you're climbing mountains or just stepping outside your comfort zone, there's always a little magic waiting on the other side. Want more unbelievable stories of courage, rebellion, and adventure? Hit subscribe and join us for the next wild journey, because life's too short to play it safe.